Good evening, it's Kuro. Got a ranked game in my Anshan, going over the matchmaking threats to my ship, the enemy Vesser, Arizona Queen Elizabeth, Nuremberg, Gaede in Anshan, and a Cachalot. So, really the game plan or why I pulled this video, aside from some okay DD play, I actually get a one-on-one with the submarine, and gonna talk a little bit about a little bit more about the destroyer submarine interaction. So right out of the gate, it's a CV game, so as much as I'd like to go B cap and let the submarine go to C, I am gonna kind of just hang out there and push towards C cap. And just looking right now, kind of seeing what's going on with the enemy CV. It is AP rocket planes, not the greatest threat in the world to my ship, so I'm still being aggressive up here, pushing. Get spotted, see if I can shoot down any planes, kind of help out a cruiser, because that's most likely what he's going to be dropping in. Yep, he's going for my wrong way. And I'm just going to resume my merry route out to C-Cap. And we've got some early spotting information from my CV. This is one of the few benefits to having a CV game. You typically will get some information early on about where the enemy team is. And seeing this many ships out here, we've got both the Arizona, the Queen Elizabeth, their Nuremberg, and both DDs out here. That is telling me push C-Cap hard. So I'm not waiting around for anything. I'm just gonna push right in here. I kind of get lucky here, even with the fighter wearing off. Now this deployment actually brings into question some of the something about submarines. Our sub just kind of got left in the dust by me. Yes, this is an Anshan. It is a pretty fast destroyer. I haven't fully looked over all the stats for the subs yet. They're not showing up on the website that I review stats on, and just seems like this sub moves fairly slow, and that potentially could be an issue when you're talking about getting them around the battle to influence things. So maybe this guy's just doesn't know what he's doing, or maybe this is kind of gonna be a thing where you're gonna need to get aggressive. If I was driving this sub, I'd have pushed right in here to B cap right out of the gate. You can submerge if you bump into any sort of threats, and especially if my ship is slow. I mean, I don't want torpedoes sitting on my boat right now. You know, I want to get out there and be launching these things as much as possible. So my friendly Anshan's got the cap. That's making me think that the enemy sub isn't really here, and I'm just kind of sniffing around, seeing what's going on out here. I know there's two DDs. If my Anshan's gonna shoot at a DD, I'm more than happy to try to spot. But right now, I see the Nuremberg pushing in, and that's a dead giveaway for a ship that needs to die. I do sniff out the Anshan. This guy was a little slow accelerating, but we're gonna throw some smoke out here. The Anshan smoke's down, so we're just gonna take advantage of this and try to get an HP advantage over what I would view as their strongest destroyer. Taking a minute, seeing which direction he's gonna turn, because he doesn't want to run aground. Now, I'm bailing on this smoke already because this Nuremberg, he's pushing in hard, and he's got a 6-kilometer hydro. So, you know, I was just under 7 kilometers when I started bailing. And at this point, I'm going to wait for this guy to get distracted. You notice I've switched to AP. Anshan AP is no joke. Just kind of adjusting my aim right now. Got some nice pins. What I think is going on here, I think that I'm actually penetrating through the deck with those 2 shells, and that's how I got that citadel damage. Nuremberg's a really light ship as far as armor anyway, so it's something that you can do some surprising amount of AP damage. Now, the Nuremberg is angled to me, so I'm just switching back to HE. I am running IFHE on this captain, simply because I've been seeing a lot of cruisers with 130mm guns. It lets me chew up cruisers right, left, and center. And the enemy Nuremberg goes down for the first kill of the game, but our wrong way is not looking too good. He smokes up. Because he's smoked up, I'm just going to try to circle back around and see if I can be useful in either dealing with the Arizona or help out on BCAP. I know that there's 2 DDs floating around. They're probably both going to be at BCAP, and I'd like to avoid a 2-on-1, although Anshan versus Anshan, not wild about this. I see that the Arizona's distracted. I'm going to go ahead and start shooting. There we go. We're starting to see other DDs popping up. And looks like my Anshan is just YOLOing in there, and he just gets wrecked. So at this point, I'm just gonna take my time. I'm gonna see if I can get any sort of additional damage on these guys while I'm trying to be hard to hit for the Arizona. This is one of those things, just patience, just wearing down, you know, the most dangerous DD for me. And now at this point, I can pretty much two-shot this this Anshan if I get in close, and then the guy he doesn't have the DPM to deal with me unless I take a big hit here, which the Arizona isn't really even looking at me. So I'm gonna push BCAP. Just looking to see where the Arizona's guns are facing. CV looks like he's headed for our Queen Elizabeth, and that's giving me a nice clean route in here. I see the smoke. Just gonna throw some torps out there. Maybe I get lucky and eliminate one of the DDs, but I'm pretty much just intending to run out here and help out my Queen Elizabeth. And the Anshan pops up out of smoke. We're just gonna start getting this party started. Should have led that a little further forward. I think I missed most of that. A little behind and probably a little high. And I think this guy runs aground a bit and throws off my shots. But at this point, Gaide has a really slow turret traverse, so his guns are all over the place with the way that he's moving. And if you look, I want to get turned out, but my turrets turn really slow too, so I'm being really slow about how I turn because I need my gun DPM right now. And going ahead and I put the Gaide down. Gonna go on ahead and just try to evade any torpedoes that might be coming in. And at this point, we've opened up BCAP. The enemy Arizona is out of position to defend anything. And at this point, I can cap B and then cap A if I want to. We are looking at, a one ship advantage, but what's worrying me is our battleship is being spotted, or is right on top of the enemy sub. So I'm looking to see if basically just push this Arizona off, and then come back and help my battleship with the sub, and see if I can push that sub off him. You can see the Arizona, he's just wrapping around the island. I'm looking to see if he's going to come out and play. If the Arizona is, I'll torp him and then go cap A. But seeing that he's just bailing, that we still have points advantage, so I'm just going to go on ahead, take this capture point, and get points swinging in our favor again, and then go deal with the sub. This is one of those things that you need to prioritize what's going to have the most impact on the battle. So here, I'm just launching torpedoes. If I was this Arizona, I would be hugging this island, because I need to get back in here to the middle to have any sort of influence over winning this battle. So I just launched some area denial torps right off there, and I'm just headed for the last known location about the submarines. And here we're going to talk a bit about the submarines. We just saw the torpedoes come in from here. One of the things about the submarines is, actually, I think I missed those torpedoes when I was playing this, but because I should be headed more towards this direction. But a big thing with the submarines is going to be, not running out of your way to try to track these guys down. At the end of the day, if you own the caps, win it on points. If that guy just wants to run around and not be effective, whatever, take the win. I see the sub pop up here. So the intent here is just blocking the cap, make sure that the sub can't come in here and start trying to flip C-cap. But now that I see where the sub's at, and in my head I'm calculating that this sub is much slower than my destroyer, and I've got speed boost active, so I'm gonna go have a run at this guy. If I'm chasing him, he's not gonna be in a position where he can cap anything, and I've got enough HP that as long as I don't need a bunch of torps, I should be alright. Now this is important here. I'm shooting, nothing can spot me on the surface. There's going to be a lot of vision games that gets played within this sort of interaction. If, say for example, I was spotted, that would give this submarine a lot easier time to just sneak in and torp me before I have any chance to really respond. But because I'm not detected when I'm making this final rush, he's got to come back up. He gets shot at a few more times. Now at this point, I'm just going right off the minimap. I've got his last known location, which with subs you really need to have this active. I've got 2 depth charges, so this first one is just my best guess. He's coming around this island. I think that I've caught up with him, and boom. And that is the end of a submarine. Actually, it might be the first one I've sunk with depth charges. Not sure. But anyway, that's a little bit more about the submarine interactions. The part that really worries me with the submarines for destroyers is going to be that moment where you're trying to close the distance with the sub to either gun him down or depth charge him. He's going to have to dive if you're shooting. And that can leave a window of opportunity where they can shotgun you with torps as you're rushing in. if you are spotted by, planes, radar, or, you've been shooting, so something can spot you on the surface. So that's going to be something that's going to be really situational about deciding, do you really need to shoot or not if you're trying to run down a submarine. Um, so anyway, gonna cut this one off here. Uh, Hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Hope you're having a good night, and I will talk to you later.